Good morning, YouTube. It is Survivor Nomad, and I am back out today for my walk, my daily walk, and I decided to come to one of my favorite spots. I haven't been here in a while because it's been so crowded. There have been so many people, so many kids out, and I just, didn't want the exposure, so I am here. It's early morning here right now. I'm probably going to post this video in the afternoon, but it is probably about 8 o'clock here now, and there's hardly anybody out on this side of the stream. There are people I can see walking on the other side, and it's just beautiful. The air is fresh, birds are flying. The water looks a little bit murky because it rained yesterday. So this water is usually a really pretty color. It's actually clear, especially around the edges. But today it's looking quite murky because it rained. And so that gives me an idea for a video. Today I want to talk to you guys about murkiness in your life, about things that are not clear, and more or less toxicity, okay? So we all have had people in our lives that have been toxic. And when you're dealing with narcissistic abuse, I would say this has to be the most toxic situation that someone could ever be in. Very, very, very toxic. Oftentimes you are aware that this person is toxic, but you care about them. You love this person maybe even. And you don't want to let go of the relationship. You want to stay with them. You want to try to make it work. Some of you guys are married with children, and I can understand how difficult it may be to just say to yourself, you know what? This is so toxic. I need to get out of this. This is not a place where I need to be. This is not a place where I'm going to thrive. This is not healthy for me. And also that this is not healthy for my children. And so it may be really difficult to make that decision. It's one that causes a lot of anxiety and can cause you to really have to change your life in some very fundamental ways, okay? So, but one of the things we have to remember is that as long as we are in toxicity, as long as we are involved, we will also take on those toxic traits. And those of you who have been in the throes of triangulation, of every part of the narcissistic abuse cycle, you know that when you met this person, you were one person. And now that you're in the relationship with them, you're starting to feel that you're another person. Some of you guys don't even recognize yourself. It's such a drastic change in who you are. And I will say that that is how toxicity works. When you surround yourself with toxic people, you take on the qualities and you take on some of the characteristics of that person that you never had these qualities initially. You started out happy, bubbly, intelligent, kind, empathetic, and you find yourself screaming. You find yourself feeling that you just can't take anymore, even maybe isolating from family and friends. A lot of this is perpetrated by the narcissist, where they are trying to convince you that these people are not people who care about you. Never mind that, your uncle has been your bestest from the first, your cousins have been there for you from the beginning. Never mind all of that. All of a sudden the narcissist appears and your cousin's jealous of you and your uncle is controlling, and you more or less you start hearing all of these horrible things about family and friends, people who have supported you and been there for you all your life. But all of a sudden, now that you're with the narcissist, these are people you don't need. Or the narcissist, for some reason or another, doesn't like these people. Oh, I don't really like your uncle. Oh, your uncle is this or that, And you cannot trust them. You cannot trust their opinion on people in your life. You have to go with what you know, okay? You have to go with the fact that you've been around this person all your life, and all your life this person has supported you and been there for you, okay? Toxic people seem to see the worst in everyone around them. except themselves. They can't see how negative and toxic they are, but they can tell you about everybody else. They're shameless gossipers a lot of times. They will talk bad about everybody, even people that you thought they were friends with. You will notice that they will talk bad about those people. So please don't take advice from them on those you love and those you care about. Do not let them isolate you and separate you, guys. This happened to me in my relationship. I was isolated. I was separated from everybody until there was no one left except me and the narcissist. And guys, this is the most dangerous place to be with them. Another thing that you have to think about is, how am I going to get rid of the toxicity that I've taken on with this person? This is so important. Sometimes you have to find a way, if you are not able to get out of this relationship for whatever reason, to ground yourself where you are. One of the things I did that I look back on, it was instrumental to me actually getting past the narcissist and also getting to the place where I could leave them. And that was, I emotionally checked out. I didn't want to emotionally check out. But guys, things had become so bad. The abuse had become so horrible. The cheating, the lying, all of the things that he was doing had become so bad that to protect myself, I emotionally checked out. I woke up one day and discovered that I did not love this person anymore. I didn't know where those feelings had gone. I was one day head over heels happy, and the next day I felt empty in terms of how I felt about this person. This is not a good place to be. This is not a good place to be. At this point, you in a sense have become toxic. At that point, I was toxic, because it's not healthy to be with someone that you don't care about. It is not healthy to be with someone that is not adding to your life in some fundamental way, even if it's just this person is kind to you and you guys share good and fun times together. So at that point, to be honest, I had become toxic. Because I'd surrounded myself with someone who was toxic, I had taken on the quality of toxicity. Narcissists are people who stay in relationships with people they never cared about or they don't care about at the moment. And that was not something that I was accustomed to doing, but yet I found myself in a relationship with somebody. I felt stuck. I felt trapped. And I discovered that I did not care about this person in the way I initially had. And so just keep in mind that there are toxic people in this world, and you could be toxic. You could be healthy and become toxic as a result of being in a toxic relationship. This is why it's so important to go no contact and get out of these relationships right away, guys. This is no way to live. Trust me, I've been there. It's not the way you want to live your life. So just talking about toxicity today, guys, I hope that this help someone. I hope that it rang true for someone, and I hope that it makes you think about where you currently are and where you want to be in life. And that is all, guys. I'm going to continue my walk along this beautiful stream here. This is going to be so fun. I'm excited to be back outside again. And guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share with your friends and family, and I'll see you guys on the next video.